It's old, dude.
That's so old.
That is
Oh my
classic
God, I'm old.
YouTube.
Oh my God.
Boom Goes the Dynamite. Oh my God, I can't believe that was like a thing.
And I said that seriously too. God
Like,
damn it.
like I've watched that clip again, and I'm like, why was this a thing? Like, it isn't even that like big a deal. But
No, it's not.
welcome back to Braid the Cinema with the three grandmas. We are talking about a new movie that literally just dropped. I reckon it dropped.
And I'm Carmen San Diego.
Just dropped.
It literally dropped right before the show.
That's right.
aired.
Yeah.
And we're
How
going to
long
talk
was it
about
in
it
the
now.
theaters? Was it in the
Advanced screening.
theaters?
I think it
was.
had like the most limited release you could possibly have, but they did show it at like film festivals. That's why it's technically a 2025 movie,
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's where all the critic
Okay.
reviews are coming from. Is from like, I don't know, Telluride Film Festival.
They go to
A
the
bunch
film
of film
festival and then they
festivals.
write it while they're there. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Change it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I don't know if it actually got a theatrical release or if it was like just dropped
I don't
on
think it
digital.
did. No. It definitely did. 'Cause I remember I've seen it here, like as far as like, oh, it's available.
Oh, in the
here.
theaters?
Yeah.
Like, it was
Right.
listed?
Well,
Yeah.
it definitely wasn't here.
It was very short. It was very short.
By the way, my
Well, it's
cinema
interesting
still is
because
not.
usually it's $20 for a first run stream movie that's been in the cinemas, and this was $10. And I
Yeah.
noticed that.
I rented it for $6.99.
Mm.
Perfect.
Well, that's Australia
Off
money,
Apple
which is
TV.
not as valuable as a dollar,
So it's
right?
like $3.99 for you. But no, I hadn't even heard about this movie until you picked it for the show time. Like
Right.
I nothing to go off. With
Right.
this.
Never heard of it.
Right.
I could kind of guess like sort of maybe what it might be about based on the title. Like it might be kind of Groundhog Day sort of thing. But yeah, I
And
had
it-
no idea.
Kind of. Not really was. Yeah.
Yeah. So this movie, it's called Redux Redux. It's directed
Mhm.
by the McManus Brothers, who
Correct.
Prag illuminated me, have worked on the what did you say they
What's the
worked
name
on?
of that Karate Kid
the
show
Karate
on
Kid show, Cobra Kai.
Cobra
Yeah.
Kai?
They
Yeah.
worked on
So-
Cobra Kai.
Mhm.
Okay, that's really
Did they
interesting.
create it?
Um,
Did they,
No, no,
are
no,
they
no,
the
no, no.
progenitors?
No.
They just
Did they
directed a few
matriculate
episodes?
to the?
They're like directed and produced
widescreen?
a couple episodes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay. They've only made 2 other movies before. One in like
Does
2012
Ralph
and another one
Macchio
in
consider them
2020.
integral?
He might. I don't know.
You have to ask him. You have to
Yeah.
find out.
Let's get Ralph on the phone.
I interrupted you,
Call
JC.
him
Please
up.
continue.
Yeah.
He'll be in soon.
Mhm.
But no, this is a new movie. It's a science fiction movie. Very low budget. Welcome in, Tans. Welcome in, Tans.
Yeah,
I
very low
I know.
budget.
And then you have to welcome Flame too, right?
Welcome,
I can't
Flame.
see anything.
I was about to say something. It's like Tans wants me to say something today, so I will, but we'll leave it for
Okay,
later.
good.
We'll leave it for later.
It's not gonna
But
be
no,
racist
this
again,
is.
isn't it?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
okay.
What did you do
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
JC?
Everything.
Did you get in
everything.
trouble in the city? Okay.
Oh, well, I definitely got in trouble. Like
He's always in trouble.
she got
Okay.
me into trouble.
Okay.
he's
I
a
like
bad
Serious
that.
trouble.
He's a
Good
bad
trouble,
boy.
I hope. Okay, we'll wait. We'll wait on that. Please
But no,
continue.
so yeah, this is a really low budget movie. It kind of reminds me of those movies that I've seen that are like sci-fi premises but are really low budget. Our first movie that we reviewed on this show was Coherence, and I think there's a little bit of that in here. There's a little bit of
like if they made it for like Yahoo made it for a cell phone.
Yeah, I guess
Yahoo
so, yeah.
Studios.
But yeah, it reminds me of Primer. It reminds me. There was one more that it reminded me of that I'm forgetting, but I remember while I was watching, I was like, this reminds me of that movie. But I can't remember what
It reminds me, like, you know how WWE makes some movies now? They make action movies. And it felt of that sort of funding level.
Okay, funding. All right,
Funding level.
I actually,
Yeah, I'm saying, you know, there's
like,
this, you know.
Cards on the Table. I actually like this movie quite a bit. I think what really holds it together are the performances. I think I really like the main 2 performances. But you guys go ahead and say your piece, and then I'll chime in.
First of all, what is your emotional relationship to
Redux
Redux?
Redux.
And talk
Redux
a little about
Redux.
your journey towards selection of this film. And like you say some things about it. This is your film, so
I don't remember
you to tell me.
where what I was doing. But I was browsing the Reddits,
You were fapping.
and I found something. Yeah, that I found.
You accidentally slid your finger up and a movie trailer came on.
Yeah, I was trying to look at movies, and I found movies.
I'm sorry.
Apologies.
Yeah, people were talking about movies that they've seen, or like good movies or some shit like that, whatever. And then I saw this this movie, and I was like, that's a weird name, whatever. And then someone's like, it's really good, go see it. And then I read the synopsis for it, and I was hooked immediately, like the tagline. And then I was like, holy shit, this looks that's I love that. That sounds like a great premise. And then a couple weeks went by, and then I got reminded myself a bit about it again. And then I saw the trailer, and I was like, this looks pretty good. And I was like, I want to watch this. And then I forgot about it, and then I went through a couple different movies that I did want to see this week or today. I'm sorry. And then I just was like, wait, when does that movie come out? And it just happened to be like the next day. I'm like, oh shit. I was like, all right,
let's do it.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
I love that. So this movie, it stars I'm guessing it's one of the McManus's wives.
No,
am I wrong? Sister. Okay.
So the brothers directed it, and then the sister was the star.
Yes,
the star, Michaela McManus. Yeah.
Interesting.
And who's the
family there today on Three Grandmas?
Who's the girl?
Stella Marcus, who plays Mia.
Stella Marcus. Yeah. Okay. And Jim Cummings is in this movie as well. He is a film director. He's an actor. But he's also, but he's a film director. He plays her like boy toy, the one that she has slept with over 100 times and knows exactly what to say to get him.
The man he abuses through time space. She abuses this man through time space.
Real quick, I just want to read the little tagline for this, little synopsis. So Irene Kelly, who is the main character, travels through parallel universes, repeatedly killing her daughter's murderer. As she becomes consumed by vengeance, her humanity hangs in the balance.
Well, I don't think it even hangs in the balance. I think she's lost her humanity already. It's already gone.
It's been gone.
Yeah.
She's crazed. She's killed thousands of humans, right? She's killed thousands of humans.
Yeah.
Regardless
that's one of the things. That's one of the things I like about this narrative is like it's not a discovery. It's like you're dropped right in the middle of like whatever situation it is, and like there's a lot that's you could tell that there's a lot that's happened before this, but I really like that it's just
This reminds me of like canon film. You know what canon films are? Like the Terminator and Rambo. These are action films from the 80s, right?
Yeah.
Lower budget films that always had science fiction elements to a certain degree. Yeah. And this would definitely reside in that type of catalog. If you
that shot that they did multiple times where the time machine would appear in the gas station, and that's all it was, and then it would slide open and her pop out. That was like such Terminator right there.
Yeah.
Terminator
sci-fi.
Yeah.
And I love that it explodes every time that it like time travels. Like it just has a huge explosion.
How did you guys feel about the time machine itself?
I like it.
It was fine,
yeah. I like the kind of like bronze sort of it's like so spoiler alert, there's a little bit of world building in this movie. Like just a little bit that they kind of go into. Like there's this whole like parallel universe market thing that's going black market thing that's going on, and like people smuggling, and there's a bit going on that like bigger than the budget can sustain sort of thing. But I want to know what you guys thought, because I actually like this movie quite a bit. But you go ahead. Yeah, you go, Prag.
I don't want to be the bad guy, but I did not care for this film at all. I just thought, I don't understand. Like, there's some problems with the plot. Like, why is she feeding her wine? And then there's certain decisions that are made. Like, there's I liked a lot of the performances of the minor characters, like the guy with the glasses and the older woman who's trying to talk to the runaway girl. Yeah. I thought those were really good. I was not really enthused by the two main performances, unfortunately, especially the younger girl. I don't know. It just seemed like, but also I put this in the context of one of those movies as type of movies where it's a fun movie, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't have as much fun as I wanted. The violence was kind of crazy and gratuitous, and the practical effects were decent, and I don't know. I like the soundtrack. I thought the music was pretty good.
Yeah, the
But
ambient music
overall,
was crazy.
I feel like it was missing. And I know this is a lower budget film, and I don't want to knock any film like that because it doesn't matter really. But like I just felt like it lacked qualities, and it wanted to be something that was very commercial. And I don't know. It just seemed to me just to be missing a little bit of a quality, and I can't put my finger on it, but it's just like a little bit off for me.
Okay. Yeah, and time I want to know as well. Like I'm just
So right away, revenge story and parallel universes. I'm hooked. I'm in. I bought my ticket. I'm sitting there. I got my popcorn. I'm ready to go.
yeah.
And then I watched the movie.
Oh, that's sad. I'm
I loved
sorry.
it.
I'm sorry.
I loved it.
Oh, you liked it? Yes. Oh, thank God.
Fake out.
Fake out.
Listen.
Double switch.
There were some moments that I definitely questioned. Prag brought up the wine. I was like, 15. All right, whatever. But
But she's like, she's
Yeah.
lost. Like this,
Yeah.
this mom.
Yeah.
For the most part, I absolutely love this movie. I thought it was great. It had a low budget, like indie quality feel to it, which I did like. In some moments it was a little jarring, but for the most part it was fine. The one thing that I hated though, and it made me like kind of want to stop watching the movie because it was annoying, is the girl, the little girl.
Oh
my God, bro!
Okay.
She's not good.
I'm sorry.
There
I'm sorry you
was
feel that way.
Sorry too. I
There
want
was-
to like everything here. I just don't. That's the problem for me.
There's a scene right where she's I can't remember who she's talking to. God damn it! She's Irene, the main
Bloodthirsty
character.
little rat.
She's explaining, basically how it is for her now. She's lost any semblance of humanity she has on her. She's done this millions of times, killed the same guy, looking for her daughter, going through she's explaining this whole thing. I can't remember who she's talking to, but I'm just like, I think she's talking to the girl. I was sitting there and I'm like I felt it. I was getting emotional. I was like, the thing I love about parallel universes, the idea of it is that, conceptually, there's a universe where I'm a baseball player, I'm a football player, I'm basketball, it's just infinite possibilities, right? But that's what everyone thinks of. Is like it's just everything's different. But in this movie, it's like there are minor differences,
Slightly,
but
yeah.
everything is pretty much the same. And her daughter is murdered, and that you don't think about that kind of stuff, but that's a possibility that can happen. And to have it be grounded and real like that, and not fanciful and crazy like that got to me, and it made my tears. I started tearing up a little bit. I was like, this is so sad and chaotic, and I love it, but it's dark, and I really liked it. And then immediately it goes to the buddy film with a little girl, and I'm like, I hate this girl so much.
Why did they try to make a buddy film out of this? I was strange
for the guy to kill her.
That's a
they
shame.
Tried to create an Edward Furlong Terminator relationship vibe.
Sort of.
I kind of felt that sometimes. The thing about the multiverse is it's something that only occurs on the quantum level theoretically. It's not a theory about parallel universes necessarily. But if it was, there would be billions and billions and billions of iterations. So you could time travel for infinity and never get the correct combination. It would be like if you have a clock or a combination with 100,000 dials.
It's like coherence. They did the same thing. They did the parallel, whatever.
It's a science fiction thing. But the thing about this, and then people use it all the time, science fiction things. And I'm trying to figure out why a movie like Begonia works better for me as a science fiction thing than this one, even though that was even less realistic, of course. And I think it's just style. I think there's a very lack of director's panache or signature or flair. There's a lack of, when you get an independent film, the benefit is generally you get to flair. You get, this is Quentin Tarantino. This is this particular director. It's this certain little aesthetic, this weirdness. And to me, this felt so clean. It was almost like, they were trying to take away some of that.
I want to say, I don't agree about the daughter. She was, I mean, not the daughter, but the spiritual daughter.
Yeah.
Because basically they set her up, right? And they set her up as basically she's been in a foster home her entire life. Like, I think her parents just left her on the sidewalk or something, and she's just been in foster home after foster home after foster home. She's a troubled child. And basically I felt like everything she did was it was all very casual and just completely within the character that they'd set up. Like, I didn't find her annoying. I didn't find her annoying. I found her quite charming, and I found her I found her charismatic. I thought the actress did a good job. I don't really have a lot of issues with her. I actually liked her quite a bit. She kind of reminded me of Ellie from The Last of Us a little bit.
Oh God.
But go on.
The TV show, right? Because
she was too precocious. I think she was too precocious.
She was very, very brash and irritating, and she thought she knew everything, which is a thing that teenagers are. That's absolutely a thing.
She's ready to murder too, which is also
I
not
didn't
normal.
like that, but
I know,
but I was
what
given,
he'd done to her.
I was given it the benefit of the doubt.
Just because somebody is victimized doesn't necessarily mean they're ready to start being brutal back to people. That's not necessarily what happened.
She explained exactly why she wanted to kill him. Like, she dealt with like people like that her entire life, and this was the breaking point. She was given an opportunity, which I thought was completely within character. I thought it was well written.
Time space serial killer.
Was
what they are.
Yeah. I support it, to be honest. He's a piece of shit in every single one. I support it. Can I be honest, or is that crazy?
Okay, but JC, he exists in infinite multiverses. You can never eliminate him, right?
I know, but you can do your best. You can do your best. He's pretty bad. I mean, like, let's be honest. Like, that final sequence.
I'm here. I'm rooting for him. Of course he's horrible. Of course you have to have a villain like that. Yeah.
Am I wrong, Time? Like, I mean, obviously, I believe in the prison system, not the prison system, but like rehabilitation, blah 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 blah, and the justice system. But that's in the cases where that's in the case because, like, from an outsider's perspective in the real world, we can't really adjudicate we can't really adjudicate justice because of many different reasons. Like, you need a jury, you need blah 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 blah. But in this case, we're watching this movie, we have the knowledge, we know he did all of this stuff, so I'm like, I don't think he deserves to live.
It's not harmful. It's not about that. I'm just more worried about the victim being harmed by repeating the trauma.
Yeah, I mean, that's what the movie goes through,
right?
Yeah,
so like
that's what the movie's about.
Is revenge a solution? Because revenge is not justice necessarily.
Well, that's kind of where the movie ends up. Like she's just continually doing this thing until she finds her daughter, but instead she develops a different relationship, and I really like how that story progresses. I think it's really well done. I don't know if you guys agree, but I felt like
that's an appropriate relationship.
Well, the mother-daughter, yeah. But I mean, she gives her wine, which is a little bit off. But like, I feel like
she's,
at that point they hadn't developed enough
thrill kills essentially through time. Is that?
Yeah.
I don't know if that would be contributing to the delinquency of a minor, but it could quite possibly be interpreted by that.
Yeah, but I felt like the arc of the movie was her kind of discovering how to be a mother again, and like, this isn't how you do it. You don't take her to the dangerous stuff, and she's trying her best. I feel like she's trying her best until she just kind of gives up on this kid because the kid's just so stubborn, which she was supposed to be. Like, you wouldn't have a movie if she wasn't this stubborn.
When she tries to blackmail her in the restaurant, in the Fat Burger.
Yeah, I kind of love it. I kind of respect it, but I kind of respect it.
You like that?
Well, I like the character choice. I like that. I like that it fits her as a character. But no, I don't like it morally, obviously.
No.
But yeah, what else did you like about this time? Because like the final sequence with the guy, the pedophile, what's his name? Neville. His name's Neville.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have seen Wolf Creek, but it reminded me of Wolf Creek. Like, just the way that whole sequence, it was very slasherish. Like the final sequence when
I liked the final sequence more than most of the movie. Actually, I thought there should have been more of that because I thought he did a good job of being creepy.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, he's really like sweaty. I was a little bit confused. Can I just like mention a little thing? I was a little bit confused when they they were seeking out the dealers. And they were seeking out the because they needed
the child.
Yeah, no, well, yeah, they needed a part for the machine because they broke the core. So they were seeking out like the black market parallel universe
Right.
jumpers.
Battery.
And the
jumpers,
guy
yeah.
the guy like they find like they see the camera and they speak to him and she gives him all the passwords that like he needs. And then he comes out. I thought it was Neville.
I thought
like
the same
the
thing.
way
I thought the exact same thing.
I was like,
A lot
what?
of similar looking dudes. in
Yeah,
this.
I was
That
like,
guy-
why did they dress him the same? I was
Because
so
they had
confused.
two sons in JC, and they were both the same size, and so Neville.
Well, they
had
should have.
two
He
of the
should
same
have
guy.
shaved. One of them should have shaved or something.
Yeah.
Because she's like, "Oh hell no!" I was like, "Oh, Neville's one of them," but
Yeah,
no,
'cause
it was a different
at
guy.
first her reaction was like, "It's the same guy," and I'm like, "That's the same guy."
It's not like
It's
it's
not,
not.
it
It's
wasn't,
just some other guy,
Yeah,
and they don't mention it or anything. It's weird. I was like, why did they dress him the same? I thought that was going to be like a weird plot element, like
That
one
would've
of the
been a good
Nevilles. Like one of the
Yeah.
Neville's from another universe is a
Mhm.
I
parallel
would've welcomed
dimension
something
jumper.
like that.
yeah.
And he's like a
Would've welcomed
pedophile
that.
in every universe.
Oh,
Like,
God,
he
yeah.
keeps
I think I
could
would
you
have loved
imagine?
to see another layer of narrative like that, or something, a twist that I didn't expect.
I think it'd be
because,
too
like,
convenient.
I've
but
seen so many time travel movies that I need to be surprised to a certain extent. I wasn't necessarily like,
you know what I
expected
just
would happen,
realized?
essentially.
Mm.
You know
And
what I
don't
just
care
realized?
for that in science fiction. Yes.
The other movie it reminded me a lot of was Safety Not Guaranteed. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
I've seen the movie.
I have seen
Good
that, and I
movie.
didn't like that
yeah.
either.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you didn't like it?
I like that movie.
that movie. Yeah, I like that movie a lot.
I'm sorry. I don't want to not like it. I want to like it. I
They
want to
should
like
have given
everything.
Colin Trevorrow episode 9, but whatever. He's a weirdo, Colin Trevorrow. He's so weird. I mean, I want to talk about one of his movies one day. The Book of Henry. I really want to talk about that movie.
I know
one
that
day.
movie.
But
I've heard of that movie.
with
Yeah.
Naomi Watts. That movie's fascinating. But no,
Watch that movie at some point. That's
yeah,
a good shout.
what I really and Looper. That's the other movie it reminded me of.
Looper,
Was
yeah. I thought you were saying
Looper,
like,
yeah.
yeah,
Another movie I
because
don't
what
like.
you're crazy, Prey. Oh, you're on a Ryan. You
Jay,
just hate
I've
Ryan
been
Johnson.
saying- I have
Um,
seen time travel movies since fucking 1977. I am time machine the fuck out because
Fair
I've
enough.
seen everything
This isn't really
they
a
can do.
time machine
Palm
movie.
Springs. Did you like Palm Springs?
Not really.
Isn't it not a time machine movie?
No.
It's not a time
Oh,
travel.
universe
Parallel
is-
dimension.
look, the time is still moving.
I think it's closer to Rick
okay,
and Morty than
okay.
it is.
Yeah.
Right.
But
okay.
as far
But isn't that a very close concept? Because time space is one thing, right? When I talk about time and space, it's one thing. There's only a machine that can do time travel, right? And if you're going
Right.
to a multiverse, it's still okay.
I'm-
But I
I'm
understand. what-
pretty
Because
sure.
If it was time travel, I think that last scene would have happened very differently because she comes back to the point where she left her essentially,
Right.
you know,
I'm-
instead of coming
but-
back to stop her from whatever.
But I'm pretty
How
sure.
about I'm more talking about like technical device movies, science fiction device movies, where there's a machine or a vehicle
Mhm.
where you can transport almost magically to a different
Back to the Future
situation,
Yeah.
right? Whether it's time or place, right?
Mm.
Which is not something I'm against because it solves a lot of problems in the script and the plot. Because you can always say, "Oh, we just get into the device to go back and fix it" or whatever, right?
Mhm.
So Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the device, like it takes them, to different realities, obviously.
Right,
But I'm
yeah.
pretty sure it sets the clock back as well.
Mhm.
Am I wrong?
Mhm.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because
they're constantly moving forward through
Mhm.
time too.
is it?
Yeah.
Because it seems like.
Can we get a review from
Oh,
the
he
audience?
did
Yeah.
get a 13th victim,
Google
right?
search.
So
Yeah.
she saved the one time, like,
Mhm.
or well, she was there to save her that one time.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, I can kind of see it, but I don't know that.
Do we
There's
know
some
these
other
actors
stuff.
from another film? Or has she been in
Not
anything
really.
else?
The,
Is this her
the-
debut?
the main actress, she looks so
Felt like
familiar, but what I looked up on, she doesn't.
She
I
looks.
don't
To
know.
me, she
Kinda
looks
reminds
like
me of,
Scarlett
who?
Johansson. I got
The main-
Scarlett
the main
Johansson
girl?
vibes from. Yeah, I got Scarlett Johansson vibes from her.
She reminded me of Robin Wright.
I can kind of see that. Yeah. No, I the whole time I got Scarlett Johansson vibes. I don't know why. I think the way she moves her lips and stuff, like the way she talks, is a little
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson.
Linda
But
Hamilton to me is who she most reminds me of, but not this as same level
Mhm.
from the
well,
Terminator.
it's a
Linda
yeah, it's a-
Hamilton vibes for sure.
yeah. But no,
I'd like to see a
There's-
strong lead in an action movie though too, who happens to be female, and I like that they there was it was basically centered around them, but I don't think it made a difference if there was a male hero or a heroine, because it didn't seem to make a difference in the actions or the determinations, because they were both just like kill, 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 kill. It was like set to
as
kill.
soon as he shows up.
Nuance.
I love that. I kind of love that, to be honest.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I thought it was really like grim and gritty. Like, it kind of says a lot about
like an
how she
anti-hero.
reacts. Yeah, for sure. But no, there's not a lot that I didn't like about this movie, Prag. There's sequences like the chase sequences. You can tell they've sped up the footage because they couldn't like film it. Like, it's low budget, so they couldn't film the cars fast on the highway. They obviously didn't get like permits or whatever to do it.
Yeah.
So they've sped up the footage to make it look faster. There's little things like that you can kind of tell, like, okay, this is a low budget. But there's that like opening shot where she's burning the dude on the chair.
I love that shot.
It looks amazing. Like, I've got it behind me. It looks amazing. There's some really good shots in here. The final sequence, like I was saying, it reminded me of Wolf Creek, like the kind of like dirty, secluded location that's there a little bit. I hate to say this, but a little bit Lost Highway-y, a little bit like David Lynch,
sure.
Lost Highway. Yeah,
a lot of tropes in film are recreated in this.
But like refurbished in a new way.
I mean, this film is made to sell. This film is made to go for $10. They don't want it in the theater too long. They want to make sure they get the reviews, and I'm sure they're doing fine with it because
But I don't think it was just that. I don't think it's just that. Like, the script feels. The script feels very like the dialogue feels very. Yeah,
the dialogue is not good. It's not interesting. They're not funny. There's nothing funny. Like, there's the scene when like. This is just my opinion, and I like it takes me out of it when they go to the Lowe's and the man's like, "You want the toilet?" and he goes to the third shelf. Like, you know how heavy a toilet is?
She pointed to that.
Yeah, but you can't just lift a toilet off the third shelf. They're heavy. They're heavy toilets.
Yeah, he thought he could do it. Obviously.
Okay, but like, that man knows how heavy toilets are, and he wouldn't even do that. And then to take the bullet, it's just like it's not the quality that I'm used to in cinema as far as scenes like that and just little things. It's just little things that add up to me. I didn't get charmed by any of the performances, really. Some of the minor characters I did. I like the guy with the glasses in the generic gas station.
Oh, I love him. And then I even love I love the
good enough for
I love the woman who's the dimension jumper. Like, she's so creepy. The people smuggler, the parallel dimension people smuggler. Well, she's a people smuggler. Like, that's her thing.
Okay, well, that makes me not like parallel dimension theory.
No, you shouldn't. Right? But it's exactly what would happen. Like, You're
right. That's the sick thing. I just realized, JC, you're absolutely right. Only horrible murders and child abductions would occur. They just take you to the next spot. That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, and she plays it so creepy. She's like, "Oh, we're not into parts. We're all about moving people. Like, you could come in a big giant one.
We're in the
business. Yeah, we'll move you anytime you want, right?"
And then later she just pulls out the part. She's like, "Actually, we do have the part, and I have refurbished ones back in the truck." It's like,
yeah, but I wish they didn't have to fight their way out of every situation like that. I wish there was a way where I didn't know it was going to be resolved by a decent combat interaction, which was filmed good, and I enjoyed all of that stuff. I do like to see that, but I just like to see sometimes a different way. And I don't know what that means,
but I kind of felt like this is now predictable, the kind of world that they that they inhabit. Like, I don't know where this is set. Is it set in California?
LA, yeah.
LA? It's set in LA, yeah.
It's like at least a Fat Burger. There's a lot of scenes from that Fat Burger and a lot of close-ups because they didn't have the authority to use a lot of products, it seems like. But definitely they had a good deal.
But they did a Penske. They did a Penske. That was big product placement. Was the
had him in the scene. They had the manager from the Fat Burger. He got a little screen time just to bottom down, right?
Is Fat Burger good, by the way? I want to ask. Is Fat Burger good? Yeah. Do they make good burgers?
I like it.
You don't know? No idea.
Never been there.
You've never been to Fat Burger? And you got the LA thing going? Like, are you sure?
I'm glad.
I've been to Fat Burger.
In that parallel universe that the Dodgers exist. That's great. That was good to know.
Remember Ice Cube from Today Was a Good Day? He raps
Yeah.
about Fat Burger, not In
Does
and
he?
Out. Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I wasn't around during when that happened.
Really?
He's also poor. He's also poor, man. Can't afford In and Out. Now he can.
Well, here's the thing. It's like, I have a little theory to Prague. Like, you were talking about the 97%, like Rotten Tomatoes score by the critics. I think the reason why is because it's low budget. This movie is a little bit of a surprise. I feel like it would have come out at the film festival. Would have been a little bit of a surprise. And so, like, because
Some
they
Stanley
give it.
Kubrick films aren't on 97, JC. That's absolutely insane and misleading, right? For them to do that.
But you're not. But let me finish what I'm saying. So like Rotten Tomatoes, the way it works is you get a red tomato if you give it over a 50%, essentially. Like if you give it a passing grade. So I feel like they watch this movie and it's low budget, so they give it a pass, right? Because it's low budget. And so all of them gave it a pass. But if you look at the reviews, most of them are like 3 out of 5, 3.5 out of 5, 3 out of 5. So that's kind of the misleading thing about the Rotten Tomatoes score, is that it's not 97% rating. Like if you look at the average rating, it's probably like a 6 or a 7. Let me check.
Right. And so that's misleading, I feel. But it is just the real thing.
But it is just how it
is.
works.
So it's like
just,
97%.
But then, like, it's not a
people.
utility for me. I can't trust it anymore because now I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's real.
Like 97% of people gave it a pass.
Liked it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
and then a pass is anything over 5, right?
Yeah, which I think is fair. If you understand how Rotten Tomatoes works, you can read the scores a lot better.
I do understand how Rotten Tomatoes works.
Okay.
I'm shocked to learn, but I also feel that it's not necessarily conducive to learning.
You think it gives the wrong impression?
It gives the wrong impression sometimes.
Yeah, I can see that. I feel like they need to be more transparent.
Investigate further. Yeah, because that's the first thing you see. If you're looking for the Showtime or the stream or just the image or anything, that's the first thing that comes up is the Rotten Tomatoes score.
Yeah.
And so, like, have more nuance. Show the critic score. Show the break it down. Have a little blurb of explain it. Why not?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that it's just a pass. Like, I actually like this movie a lot more than that. But I like from your perspective, you're wondering how it gets a 97%, like with the low budget, blah blah.
Well, I just considering like all the movies in the history of the world that are probably closer to 97. I don't think it's as close. That's my opinion.
No. Like they usually have like an average, but it looks like they've taken it off the website. I wish they didn't
fix Rotten Tomatoes tonight. I think everybody understands. I think, but
yeah, but it's weird that they did take the average the average score off. That's bizarre. What did it get on IMDb? I think that'll be the on Letterboxd it got a 3.4. Yeah, on Letterboxd it got a 3.4, which is a little better. Yeah. So it's like kind of
that's like a 74 out of 100.
Yeah,
that's 67 out of 100. That's different than a 97 to the layman, right? What would you say? Like if the real score is 67 or 73, which is fine. I'm saying Rotten Tomatoes, if it's really a 67, 73, which is a fine score, which is a really fine score, don't try to say 97. Like, are you trying to sell movie tickets or like what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Is that how they would do it? I don't know.
Yeah, because like sometimes you have a movie that's really really divisive. Like I'm trying to think of a movie that's really good but really divisive. Like a movie that I think is really good but is really divisive. Like Suspiria, maybe the Suspiria remake, Guadagnino's Suspiria remake. I think that movie got like a 65. But the reason why is because, or like a 50% on Rotten Tomatoes, and the reason why is like everyone who loved the movie gave it like a 10 out of 10, and then there was the other half of who gave it like a 3. So it kind of shows more of a I
just want to make sure that people understand that methodology is everything in things with this, because this is a social science. Movie reviews, you're quantifying the opinions of a lot of people, and so you have to take special care to have good methodology when you express the data. And like, there's all kinds of ways you could do it. You could have the mean average. You could have weighted scores. Like if Rotten Tomatoes wanted to devise a number that best, more accurately expressed all of the implements that go into the review, which is good because you want multi-discipline methodological studies, right? But you have to, and then maybe they tried that and then they didn't like the numbers that it was spitting out for their favorite or whatever. But like you could make a number that was better for the audience, in my opinion. And it could be out of 100.
Yeah, because what I'm thinking is that Rotten Tomatoes kind of lives in this like it's trying to do a different lane because we already have IMDb, we have Letterboxd that just do the aggregate, or Metacritic that does the aggregate. So they're the
average
different
moviegoer, and like there's the taste differential. Like there's critical people, and there's the average moviegoer, and there's not necessarily the same things that they like, right? There's certain, it's like the more artsy stuff they're not going to fucking like, and they're going to get annoyed by Rotten Tomatoes if it keeps recommending them, and they really like Age of Ultron, which is a good movie, right? And so they're going to weight that more than the latest art house film, even if it won like Begonia or whatever that won Best Picture. They might, the audience, and so they're trying to tailor it to, it's almost audience capture to a certain degree.
Here's the thing, Craig. Because if you look at the thanks, Tans. I was going to mention Age of Ultron isn't the best, but Tansy.
I thought you said Taz. Okay,
no,
Tans.
Tans.
Yeah, I was just wishing my friend Taz rejoined the community.
Yeah, I know. But like if you want to know what the because Metacritic
friend was whack. I'm sorry,
because
I didn't want to attack.
If you look at Metacritic, it has the same reviews that Letterboxd has. Not Letterboxd, sorry, Rotten Tomatoes. Like it's the same review aggregator, but they just have a different methodology. Like Metacritic just takes the
aggregators are tough.
Yeah, they are.
I have like 5
and they
or
quantify
10
art,
critics that I like. This is what it ends up. You have to create your own list, right? And then you run it through that filter. And then, okay, now I understand, because you understand people get your taste because they agree with your preferences in movies and dislikes when read them for the course of a long time. There's
a few that I like. Like there's Film Crit Hulk is probably my favorite critic. There's also Matt Zola Seitz who works for Roger Ebert at the moment. He's fantastic. Brian Tellerico is really good. There's a few really good critics that you can like that just kind of speak to you and speak to your tastes.
I like Jeremy Jans.
Ever since he gave that Matt Walsh documentary like a positive review, I've been like, maybe I should watch this guy. He
Jake
was not
Baldino
right. That was
and
he was fucking
He was
white. You're right.
He was white. He was white.
I get my movie reviews from 3 people: AGN and Jake Baldino and Falcon.
Oh, Jake Baldino. Love Jake Baldino.
I can't wait for his next
Come on the show,
review.
Jake Baldino.
Falcon, Jake Baldino. I love Batman just like you. Please.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Let's do a co-op.
There are a few times where you can tell he's a little captured, but that's okay. That's okay.
Of course, listen.
We give him a pass.
Hey,
I don't love
Company Man. Yeah.
I don't
they
love
drop so many videos.
Listen,
you love him, but you don't love him. You love to hate him. That's the cute part about a show like
there's
that.
Also there's also Mr.
Goated. Come on, he's the old.
He phones it in every fucking time.
Come on, he deserves to phone it in because he's so vetted.
Everyone knows who he is as well. Like everyone knows who he is, but no one wants to say. But no one wants to say because he was kind of cancelled a little bit. But
it's Vanilla Ice.
So he's laying low as Falcon.
Yeah.
Don't tell people who Falcon is tonight, please. Don't
I won't reveal who Falcon is, but everyone knows.
Trying to get better.
I don't know.
Falcon.
I feel like he was kind of unfairly cancelled, but that's all right. That's all right. At least he's got that gig. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get an app made called Cancelled, and you're gonna be able to get an indicator every time when I have some live. And like, there's gonna be levels. It's like yellow light. Okay, you could talk about this guy, but careful. It's at 67 right now, and then new evidence comes out, and he goes full, and it goes Polanski alert, Polanski alert, and I got it into another episode. Polanski.
Okay. Polanski alert. Oh my god.
Like, listen.
No, I mean, I'm happy to wrap this up. I don't really have a lot more thoughts. I really like all the side characters. I like the old lady that was in the diner. I'm sorry that you didn't like this, Bragg. I put it in the.
I like it too because I don't know what's wrong with me.
I put it in a lot of like I mean, I love low budget sci-fi. Like this is kind of my jam.
So do I.
Like this is.
dislike
This
it.
is my jam. Obviously, the first movie I picked on this channel was Coherence, and this was right in that lane for me. And like, I love movies like Palm
And I didn't give
Springs.
that a
I thought
good
that was
review
great.
either.
I know. I'm sorry, Prag. I wish you
Maybe
liked
just
these.
like bourgeois. Maybe I'm too bougie for a low budget.
Maybe you
nowadays.
just
But that's
want-
ironic considering my output. Have I seen my shows? I wonder. Right?
Yeah, you
Like,
try
I
to
have
make
a lot of nerve.
you try to make
I agree.
Redux Prag.
I am not rooting. I'm not rooting against anyone who made this film. I want them all
Yeah.
to
Wasn't his
succeed. I
jam.
want them all to be. But I cannot. If something doesn't taste good in the restaurant, it's to me. It's not right if I pretend to eat it. And
What I really want to push back against you though, Prag, is I like,
Okay.
and I don't know if Time agrees with me because, like, I mean, you were talking about when she was talking about her daughter and the fact that her daughter being killed in every single universe. I thought this script was super tight, like emotionally. Yeah, I felt like their interactions and everything, like and the way that her character arc progressed was really natural and really well like thought out. And I loved all the dialogue. I thought it was really good. I don't know. I really liked it. Yeah.
I thought
almost Stop Mattingly. What do you think?
God damn it. The more I get talked over, this is real. The more I get talked over, the less I want to do the show. Just putting that out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
God,
I'm really trying to hold back. Really trying to hold back.
There's this movie made me like actually like think for the first time when when there would be like a sincere emotional moment that I would actually listen to the words more than the performance, because her performance, like when they got emotional, I could tell like it wasn't, she's not that like an amazing actress, but it was still kind of there to pull from
like
something.
The best they could get.
Yeah, it's the best they can get. Yeah, I was like, is this her first time acting? It's not, but I was like, you know,
it's like her sister, their sister. You know,
yeah, which I didn't know until later. But yeah, I was like, I'd listen to the words more, and I thought from a writing standpoint, I thought it worked well in that aspect, and it got to me at least.
I even really liked her interaction with the truck driver. I thought like her whole story was great, and I really love how she's like, "You can trust me. I've been there." Like, I love that kind of stuff. Like, you could just tell there's a lot of backstory with all these people. There's so much pathos. You know what I mean? There's so much like,
One thing I wanted to mention, I was trying to mention it a while ago, is that the girl, Mia, I didn't like her, and I thought, like I said, she was brash and she was arrogant, annoying, and all shit like a teenager. But I really wanted to give the film the benefit of the doubt that they would ground her and they would kind of have a moment where she would learn from something. And I think we got that when she saw like the dead bodies. I forgot what it was. She saw something and she was like freaking out, right? And it didn't do that because she immediately went right back to being a little asshole. And then when she slashed the girl's face that tried to traffic her, I guess, whatever, she didn't react to it. She was like, I just got you in the face. But then she reacted to the guy dying when Irene shot him in the head. She was like, oh, shit, that's scary. But the girl that she slashed in the face, she didn't really like care.
But there was also when the big shootout in the restaurant, and she is freaking out, like she's almost crying.
That was the scene. That scene I was like, because it was like, she was like, oh my God, what's going on? And I was like, okay, good. They're going to ground her. She's going to learn this and that, whatever. But ultimately she didn't. At the end, I guess she did this.
I always felt like yes, like she has those moments, but like that's kind of, but she's had that a whole life where she's had to experience that over and over and over again.
Right.
Like I kind of felt like she has those, like she feels that way in the moment, but then she gets over it pretty quickly because that's kind of the life.
Vibe.
I get gunfights her whole life. What do you mean she's had that whole life?
They literally describe how she's
that, JC.
She literally goes on
and that's
came
horrific.
from the streets.
Yeah. Okay, but like
they just be shooting, in LA, they shoot in the streets.
A mercenary in Central America for a second.
We watched Tangerine. We know we know what the streets of LA are like. Like, it's bad, dude. You remember Tangerine?
There's neighborhoods everywhere. I would say.
Well, you guys are obviously very, very privileged white men.
Oh my God. I'm not white. What the fuck? Jesus Christ.
Wow. I mean, you're passing time. You're pretty passing.
Passing? Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy.
I don't even have to say anything. Time is for you.
There's the dynamic of Irene and Mia also. It reminded me of a little bit of Logan.
Oh yeah,
But
That's
Emily
like The
was
Last of
better
Us as
because the
well.
girl was
Like I was
annoying.
That's a
thinking,
movie.
Yeah, that's
like
a
the
great
woman's
Logan's a
last.
movie.
This movie feels like the woman's Last of Us, kind of
It's
like.
Thelma and Louise, Last of Us.
Yeah. There's a lot of narratives
So
like this. They kind of find
Louise is
their
an
own.
old lady and Thelma's 15 and they're drinking wine.
Yeah,
Like, why
exactly.
does she like? What do you?
Exactly.
Yeah, I just wish you guys really like Mia. I found her. I found that actress. I thought she did a great job.
Stop, dog.
I feel bad.
Dropping her off at the fire station.
You know, because
Stella Marcus.
I thought about
Why
it.
do I have to take her with me on a road trip? That doesn't make sense. I just saved you from a
When
serial
she
killer.
left her
What
in the
the
time
fuck?
machine, I was like, "Good,
It's so
don't come back.
problematic.
Don't come back."
If a man was doing that with the girl, what would everyone say? Like, why are you taking her to a
Last of
hotel
Us.
and like
Last
you
of
should have
Us.
separate rooms? Why
That's
can't
the
they have
Last of
separate rooms?
That's literally
Right,
the Last,
Last
of
of
Us.
Us.
Joel and Ellie.
Well, but that's I mean, listen, that's an emergency.
That's in a
That's an emergency.
post-apocalyptic world, though. That's a bit different. You were
Well, Joel's-
frozen my
you
end
know,
time.
I'm fine.
You're just kind of smiling on my end, but
Right now,
yeah, you're better. You
Oh,
fixed
okay.
it. Yeah,
I was like, I'm fine on the stream, and then this, I'm fine.
yeah. You're all good. I think it was just my end. But no, I'm happy to wrap this up if you want to.
Let's wrap it up.
I'll go first. I like this movie quite a bit. I mean, I think I'm just a sucker for like low budget sci-fi films. Like obviously when I can tell a movie's low budget like pretty easily. Like you know, I just look at a movie and I go, these are the tricks I would do if I had a low budget. Like because I've made a short film and you try your best to make it look professional, and there's just little things like, you know, the sped up cars when they're in the car chase, like you could tell they've sped it up because they couldn't get the permit to do fast driving on a highway. There's little things, but I think what it does, like I like the design of the not the time machine, the dimension jumper. I like the design of it, like the kind of like grunge metal sort of like bronze look, and then they go to the underground one, which is also a machine. By the way, that little plot, not a plot hole, but little problem I have with that scene, that machine explodes, and then they just get out.
No, because so I thought about that too, but when they close the hatch and they're like, "Oh, you know, they're shipping us out, whatever." Mia runs and she grabs something off the wall and she yanks it off, and I think that's what fucks it up.
Yeah, it's like the power part, but the whole thing explodes, and then they just
what I've noticed
they just walk out of the hole. I was like, what?
I think for a lot of the times that they do the parallel universe jumping, if I remember right, I think everything implodes.
But that would kill them as well, wouldn't it? Like the submarine. I
know, but with the explosion, I think that's the opposite. So it doesn't do anything.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I don't. But they didn't move. Like they were still in the same time zone. Like it looked like they just exploded. I guess it blew the door off, and then they ran out the tunnel. It was a little confusing. I was like, why didn't they die then? But whatever. No, I really liked it. I really liked the dynamic between the characters. I disagree with you about the performances. I thought, and I love that they got Jim Cummings as well. Like he reminds me so much of a friend of mine who I'm going to have on the show one day. But like he looks just like him, and like the way he talks is just like him. So it was really weird to watch him. It was a little surreal. But I need to watch. I've watched his short film, Thunder Road, and I'll probably bring the Thunder Road film on the podcast at some point. I really want to. But no, I liked it. I liked all the performances. I liked the low budget sci-fi vibe. I liked the mother-daughter relationship, and I liked that the final sequence gave me a lot of like slasher vibes. I'm a sucker for slasher films, so it reminded me of like Friday the 13th or Wolf Creek or all of that. So I'm pleasantly surprised by this movie. I'm glad you put it on my radar time. I'm going to give it an 80. I'll probably show it to my parents. They probably enjoy it as well.
Redo. There's a show on FX by Noah Hawley called Legion, which is about, it is in a certain way a parallel dimension show, but it's really a show about psychosis and how we experience realities in different way. And I look at a show like that, to me, which is one of my favorite TV shows that's been made, because how it deals with science fiction. And I'm wondering why this film to me I didn't gravitate to me as much. And I just think it's stylistic issues. I just think there's not as much flair and interesting little brushstrokes and little color choices and little things. I felt this movie was a lot of blues and grays, and I understand it's a science fiction movie, but that's just a personal preference. And so I didn't care for either of the performances by the main. I thought they felt very amateurish, and I felt I could feel the budget. And like a good independent film, no matter what the budget is, when you don't know what the budget is at the end, or you don't say, "Oh, this is a low budget film," that's how you know right? Because I think budget is depending. Like you make the film according to the budget you have, and there's a lot of good scenes in this, and I do love the action scenes, and but like you could see how they hide it by speeding things up and extreme close-ups. I think the kinetic nature of the action scenes was really visceral. Like you can feel the stab in the thigh, and I enjoyed a lot of that stuff too. But just compared to like all the other choices, I can't honestly recommend this movie if you're going to stream a movie tonight, and I look at all the choices we have, I can't recommend this movie in particular, and I give it 40.
Oh,
That's little. Yeah. That's where it came out. That's fair enough.
What'd you
I have
give
no
Jason?
words. 80
Okay.
out of 100.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just want to compliment to JC the poster you made for this. Banger.
I was wondering if you're going to mention it. No, thank you.
It was a good poster.
Thank you.
The upside down.
Yeah.
He's cooking on this one.
Yes, thank you.
Again, I really like this movie. I love the framework of, I guess, the skeleton of the movie and what it was essentially about. The themes it retrofitted onto like parallel universe stuff and multiverse or whatever. I wasn't expecting to see the emotional toll it would take on someone doing the same thing over and over. I mean, you see like Groundhog Day where he just becomes crazy and crazy, but he learns to live with it at some point, to an extent. And you see it in other movies where they just keep doing the same thing, whatever. But this one, it's like, she's gone past the point of crazy. It's just mundane. It's just something she has to do. She has escape plans. There's no worries to her because it's all just doing it over and over again. But again, the mental toll of it, the little flashing when she would sit down for a coffee, or she would just sit down for herself, and she would have those images of her killing that guy different ways. I love that. The dark, depressing side of having to do this over and over again to find your daughter, and to go through the parallel universes, to have the love for someone, to find that person, and every time that person is gone and it's by someone killed them over and over again is so awful. But the idea of it is like hauntingly beautiful, that like that's what you would go through, because I was like, I would do the same thing, and I would go through whatever to do what I can. But then you're faced with I think at the end, which they didn't do it, or there's no finality to it, but I think it was the right call to like, oh, this is my daughter. Well, let's go back to my place and we're living our lives out. It's like, because you're taking someone from somewhere that they exist, like I thought the end goal was to get her daughter and to take her back. But that's why I also think that time kept moving on, because her daughter aged up quite significantly. She couldn't just grab her as an adult and take her and explain the whole thing too, which she tried to explain to that guy and he just didn't understand. Again, I thought this movie was hauntingly beautiful. I loved it. The only downside was Mia. I didn't like her character. I was hoping that she would have a different feel by the end of it, and I guess she kind of did, because she eventually just was like, she's very gung-ho about, I want to do this for the rest of my life. I want to kill this guy every time. And then she saw the gravity
I never
of
want to
what
do
you
that
have
again.
to do, and she's like, I don't want to do this, which I think was the right call to do it, instead of ending it like they just keep getting in the machine and doing it over again. Eventually destroy it. So I loved it. I'm gonna give it a 95 out of 100.
Nice. Wow, that's higher than I was expecting. Good job.
Also, I didn't like how the director framed Neville, because obviously the director created him like he wrote him like he was some type of bad guy and like a predator, and obviously he thinks all men are like that, JC, as we've discussed last week.
Oh yeah, exactly, obviously.
And I don't want to hear it again, JC. I don't want to hear us talk about that again.
Yeah. Hold on, that's wait. Was that a jab at me? No. That was a jab at me. Okay, but that's completely different. That's completely different. He completely phrased him in a
had nothing to do with
light.
this, JC. I have no idea this was
Negative light.
Run.
He frames him in the worst light you possibly could, and I respect that. I don't know if hasn't been enough time, but I kind of wanted to do another like, what have you guys been consuming?
Real quick.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention this. The one thing I like in movies too, kind of like suspenseful thriller movies, is when something happens or like you see clues and you don't know what they lead to, and then later you're like, oh shit, that's that. One of the things I noticed was when they went to the liquor store or the gas station or whatever, and then the shootout happened. And then she ran and she put them both in the machine and she took off. Right before they go into the gas station the first time, they flash a sign of a car for sale, like a truck for sale.
Yes, yeah.
And then they do the thing, and then I'm like, how are they going to get the machine out of there? And then like, you got that truck for sale? And I was like, I knew it.
It's great. It's just little things. It's good. Good setup.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Prag's
Don't
like,
get
what
the
are you
face,
talking
Prag.
about? This is like, what are you talking about?
Like there was a gunfight. Now we're going to negotiate a truck sale.
Well, but that was
It's a
that
different
was
guy. It's a good
no. But that was the next. That was an alternate.
Right. No, but even
universe.
them.
So
but like, if I'm in a
happened.
gunfight, no matter if I've done it 1,000 times, I've probably winded a little bit.
Yeah.
But don't listen.
I'm desperate.
Don't bother
I'm
me.
desperate. I don't. Also,
I
I feel like there'd be a lot more paperwork than just you have this car now. But yeah. You got to go through like
titles,
all of that.
But no, he was
No.
like, here, take it, and I'll throw in a bottle of wine.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Oh yeah, you wanted to buy liquor before, and now
That's kind of funny.
It, but now, I'll throw in a free bottle for you and your underage friend
Because it hadn't happened now. It hadn't happened in that universe.
I understand, but like that's a different guy, so I see what they're saying because it's like his personality is slightly different. Because he was against underage, and now he's for it.
He's for
He's for it. Yeah, it's great.
We'll explore more in the Netflix animated series.
You can explain anything away in this movie. You can explain anything away.
That's a different version.
Because it's a parallel universe. Yeah,
that's a good thing about parallel universes.
Yeah,
Bizarro.
But yeah, I wanted to talk about what are we consuming since the last time, which was like 2 days ago.
I've been consuming the news and the fucking, obviously there's a lot of things happening in the world.
What's new in the news?
in the news.
Well, there's this war in the Middle East. I don't know if you heard about it, and gas prices keep going up, and the bond market is about to collapse, and all the financial markets in the world might just collapse.
That's wrong, because Trump is going to sign his signature on the banknote, and we're good. We're golden now.
Yeah, we're done.
We did it.
So it's going to be an exciting week. If you guys like drama and soap operas, make sure to tune into this new show for spring called The News.
The News.
It's available on all kinds of channels.
The new season.
It's all different. Like, it's so cool that they all got together and they're like looking at the same story from different angles. And you're like,
good.
It's like incredible. Like all the companies got together. It's so cool.
Different countries have different news. Don't you tell me?
I mean, I'm just learning.
Listen.
That's crazy.
Listen.
There's a lot of canon. There's so much lore. Did you know there's over 300 years episodes of the news?
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
I want to ask a question.
Yeah.
In the next to live above you, what time does it say for you?
58.
58? It says 48 for me. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's
weird.
I thought we were like,
no, it's a time parallel universe.
This is a different JC. Get him off. It's a different.
I thought we had more time. I thought we had more time. I'm wearing my pajamas today.
The news is crazy.
A different guy.
I think it's not real. I think it's just a show, right?
You've been consuming anything new in the past 2 days, Tom?
Oh, you know what? No, I have. So I'm still playing MLB The Show, but yesterday, baseball season officially started. So now,
we don't recognize baseball season
is
after the
the
Houston
road-
Astros were given the World Series by stealing the fucking
Road
thing.
to the World Series? Is that what we're doing?
it is
Road to the playoffs?
Almost. It is the road to the three-peat, to winning 3 championships in a row for your Los Angeles Dodgers.
Well, then you're just winning. Like, if they keep winning every year, nobody's going to want to watch
I don't
because it's going
care.
to be not
Don't
fair.
watch them. I don't care.
Okay, well,
Yankees have
What
got
time
it
is
this
it?
year.
but then they're
Yankees
not
have got
going
it
to
this
be able
year.
to pay for the lights if nobody watches too much, right?
So 2 things I want to bring
Me
up.
and JC like the Yankees. You know that.
God
And
So
so
I
you're
don't
gonna
know
get
if
a
you know-
Bronx beating with a sock full of batteries
Bronx
after the
beating.
show.
Oh my god, classic,
So
Yeah, we're
so
mean.
classic.
two
Bronx.
things I want to
Scary.
bring up. So Christopher Nolan, he's coming out with the Odyssey soon, as we
Yeah.
all know. So I'm reading the Odyssey at the moment by Homer.
Oh,
Yeah.
I read that in 20 years.
You've read it?
Yeah,
That's exciting. But no, this is the
20 fucking years.
this is the Emily Wilson translation. She's like the most recent translation that's been
I only
done.
read it in Greek. I only read
Her
it in English and Greek.
introduction is 100 pages long, and I've read some
Oh
of
my
it.
God.
She is a fucking genius. Like the way she's able to like infer things from like what's said in the book and infer like that it was an oral tradition,
Mhm.
and blah 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 blah. She's so intelligent, and
You
I'm
recommend
really
it.
excited. Yeah, I'm really excited to read her translation.
Oh,
Could you imagine she does?
that.
Could you
I
imagine she
recommend
does this 100-page introduction, and then like the translation's terrible? That'll be hilarious.
It's so funny. It's
Um,
just blank pages.
It's like,
Like, I don't know what this
Forgot,
means.
shit.
but
Like,
it's really
Ricky said some
impressive.
Stuff, and then they get a boat.
It's
There's
really
some other-
impressive.
Jason's there. Zeus.
That's a good
you know how it
bit.
is.
So the original Odyssey, the one that we like found from medieval times, was written in diegetic hexameter, which is like a 6-beat poem. That was the common, like at that time, that was the common like
Pentameter.
rhyming scheme. Yeah, that was not the rhyming scheme, but that was the common poem like writing style of the time. Like that's
Freezing
how,
over, yeah.
like that
Like
was what was
iambic
considered.
pentameter, but
Yeah,
Shakespeare. It's
Well,
just
that's-
5.
well, that's what I was going to say. Is she's actually she's kept the word count exactly the same, but she's also translated it into iambic pentameter, which is the current like considered the modern times beautiful poetic rhythm. And she's kept the word count exact. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Oh,
and
my AI
also
just did the same thing,
translated.
JC. My
And
AI
also
just went ahead
translated
and
it.
did all of the translation, and it's also in a new pentameter that it invented itself. It's in
Fuck
7/8. Imagine that.
But the other, so Tansy, I don't know if you know, the only reason that Tansy's here, she's waiting for me to mention this. In chat, she went, hee hee hee. I don't know if you remember when Abobi was on the show last time, and she said that
Who's
she
that?
gives Abobi when we did Beautiful
Friend
Disaster
of the
with
show.
Dylan
I'm just
Sprouse.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
I remember. Of course, I remember. So
Asshole.
crazy.
Dummy.
Prick.
He's been
Dumb.
acting a lot lately, so he's
I'm
like
so
incorporating his
gullible.
IRL.
Listen,
so he's doing it in bits all the time now.
There's been such a gap of not being on the Golden Banana that I gotta act when I can.
And then Ram's like, "Let's take another week off." I'm like, "No, we are not taking any more
made
fucking
sense, but it didn't make
hours
sense.
off."
It made sense, but it didn't make sense.
Listen, I'm borderline autistic,
I
guys.
love
You
Ram.
have to
Okay.
you have to work slow
You are.
with me. All right.
I'm sure I had some leak pen
you're
on the
using
road.
that. You're using
Good.
that against me.
Good.
But no, she
Oh.
she recommends me trash media, right?
Is it only
and
movies
normally
or is it everything?
movies mostly?
Okay.
Movies.
Uh.
But I mean, she's recommended some books. Like there's the what's that? The Monk is a book that she wants me to read, which but I feel like Prag knows this book, The Monk. But
I don't, but it sounds hilarious already. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it sounds crazy.
But normally these movies, they're trash movies, and she never watches them, but she hears about them through the grapevine or through
that's the
YouTube videos
best.
or something.
Yeah.
And she gives them to me to watch.
Yeah.
I want to make a
So-
trailer playlist of all these movies so we could just have a whole fucking thing. That would be sick.
She gave me a movie. This is probably like 3 weeks ago now. She gave me a movie called it's a Japanese movie. It's called Hot Gimmick Girl Meets Boy.
I'm already sold.
Let me just say this is a 2-hour film, and I have to say, like genuinely, it's one of the most excruciating experiences I've ever experienced.
Why?
Oh, I
watching
saw your letterbox review of this. Yeah.
anything. It was for 2 hours. This was like nails, like worse than nails on a chalk. I'm trying to think of something
Really?
worse than nails on a chalk.
What
Is it
was-
adapted from something or is it
Why?
original?
It's adapted from a
Fascinated.
manga.
Okay.
It's adapted from a manga. But every line of dialogue is the most unhinged, out of pocket shit you've ever. Like it literally, like I couldn't believe how bad like this script got. It was it felt like someone like had trolled like the Japanese makers of the movie and like had like trolled them and hadn't told them what they translated it to. Like maybe the original script is just fine and it's like completely piecemeal. And like whoever translated it was like trolling them and like just came up with the most unhinged. But
what
it
is
was
just... Are they just like vile? Are they like saying mean and cool things?
It's just horrible. Just like from start to finish. I'm trying to work out what I can say that can. So here's what the movie's about. Like it's about this girl and she has this old like friend that like a childhood friend who used to be like who she used to live with like used to live in the same block as him but he's now an idol. She goes to university and basically she buys a pregnancy test for her friend.
Oh no.
She
already there's children involved. This is just babies now. Okay.
She buys a pregnancy test for a friend and she gives it to her. Friend is like underage. She's like 15.
A bottle of wine too and a fucking gun.
Ooh.
And she gives her this test and she's like, here, take this. So already it's like underage pregnancy. Yikes. And like while like and they're trying to hide it and stuff, like it's in broad daylight, but like it's kind of like a drug deal. It's a secret thing. And their step brother comes in and like shows up and he's like, hi, you guys going to class today? And she's like, oh, stepbrother, no. Like she like tries to hide the pregnancy test. Clearly there's like some weird tension between the main girl and the stepbrother, and like she hides it and walks away and she's like, I'll leave you two lovebirds. And it's like, and she throws she accidentally like throws the pregnancy test like away. And this other guy that goes to the same university as her catches it and then later uses it to, and she's like, and he's like, you're going to be my slave for like a week. What? Yes, that reaction was my reaction watching the movie. He's like, I'm going
That's a
to.
heavy word, man.
That's what they used. You're going to be my slave. You're going to be my servant. Otherwise, I'm going to tell everyone you're pregnant. Even though she's not. It was for her sister. He blackmails her. But then they fall in love throughout the film. But then she also falls in love with the stepbrother. But then she also falls in love with the old idol who like drugs her. And then there's like when I say every single scene like just like packs on the unhinged stuff that
just like they're doing it just to be like fucking make the most extreme thing. Maybe
it was insane.
How's the animation though?
But it wasn't animated. It was live action.
Oh, it's not?
No, it was live action.
That's even worse.
It's even worse. But the other thing is the way the film the film frames it, like all the music is like these like really cute like piano like versions of nursery rhymes. And it's so like ooh hee hee, but it's about like rape and drugging and incest and God like damn. Blackmail and it's the worst film I've ever seen in my life. Like it was excruciating. And I watched the whole thing. It was very difficult to get through. I made her watch in response, I made her watch
yeah, absolutely.
Guess what? You should blackmail her. How about that?
I did. In response, my penance for that was to make her watch the two director's cuts of Rebel Moon, the Zack Snyder 6 hour. That was my penance for her, because I was like, I watched the 2 hour version of the first part of Rebel Moon, and that was pretty excruciating, but it was nowhere near as bad as trying to get through a
list of great movies that Mitch has been viewing out to the people on the Discord tonight. So that everyone can see this.
I think it's because I had to, not just that, but I had to rejig my like Letterboxd reviews because like I'd given a lot of films like half stars, but none of them felt like they should be in the same category as hot gimmick. So I had to move my entire scale
Oh
up.
shit!
I think that's what I said in my review.
Is it worse than Cannibal Holocaust? Even
it was worse than Cannibal Holocaust. It was the worst movie I've ever seen. It was so bad. It was so bad. Like just everything about it.
So we have to do a special episode, is what you're saying?
I would never talk about it on the show. I would never watch it again. And I would
very bad, bro.
I would never wish it upon anyone.
My worst enemy, never.
But the thing is like I feel bad now because Tans has brought her partner, like not her partner, but the guy she's seeing. She made her watch the Rebel Moon movies, and now like she made him watch the Rebel Moon movies with her, and now he's mad at me. And he's like, I gotta watch Hot Gimmick now to know how bad it was.
You have to watch all the movies on the list. It's a duty. I put the list on the Discord. Everyone has to watch all these movies.
I feel bad. I feel bad for dragging him into
punished.
this. He didn't deserve to be punished. He didn't make me watch.
Yeah, but all humans are horrible. Like we've been doing some bad stuff. We probably should be punished by watching this thing.
But yeah, that's what I've been watching. I wanted to bring a Hot Gimmick and the fact I've been reading the Odyssey. So I'm excited to finish this before.
Young author. Now, who wrote that? Homer, right? Hot young author out of Greece.
Homer, yeah.
Homer.
Yeah, I mean, and she goes through who Homer is and like the kind of clues that the Odyssey leaves behind to kind of work out who Homer was. It was either like. He was either like a group of people that like basically the novel is very clearly like an oral poem, like the way that it's written. It was spoken aloud, like an oral folk tradition, but then they got like literate scribes to write it down. So it's like a team of people made the Odyssey and the Iliad. Yeah, it's very interesting.
That's
very
not true,
interesting. Well, what do you think it was, Tom?
It's written by Homer Simpson. What are you, dumb? Jesus, it's in the title, Homer.
This new guy Homer that Nolan's working with, like he's an up and comer. Like I hope he.
I hope they're gonna fuck.
I hope he gets him more work.
How long is this movie?
I'm not worried. I think he's.
Is it a long movie?
I don't know. They haven't released the runtime yet.
It's the same thing as putting
it's gonna
Tom
feel like
Cruise as the
Christopher
last
Nolan
samurai.
again. I feel like every Christopher Nolan movie is starting to be
because he's not Greek.
He's not Greek. It's stupid.
But yeah, he's Irish, isn't he? He's from
Boston.
He's from Boston. So he's Irish.
Irish.
No, who cares? Who cares? It's a fantasy novel. Like I don't care, to be honest. It's a fantasy novel.
Damn it. To me.
It is the progenitor of all of the RPG shit that we all love. Comes from the ancient Greeks and fed the Romans, and then everything in the Middle Ages comes from the Romans and the Greeks, right? And so everything you see now in dragons and all that shit comes from here.
Game of Thrones, yeah, yeah. Hydra,
original,
that was an
like talk about
OG
original material.
Dragon. Yeah. But also, the Chinese had dragons back before the Greeks as well.
What a great folkloric oral tradition to have great stories like that, because they had bangers. They had great characters. They had great action. They had a lot of intrigue, soap opera stuff with the gods. Like they had this, and they just kept telling the stories. So
it's really sad that most of them were destroyed in the Library of Alexandria. So all we have is the Iliad and the Odyssey, basically.
The oral tradition kept a lot of the things alive too, because they were seafaring, and so those stories, Vikings, and they also they took stories from other cultures too, right? The Vikings,
the White Kings, White Kings,
the Vikings. Well, it's supposed to be not. Well, they didn't say Vikings; they said Vikings, and I think that's hilarious.
This
has been fun. I need to get ready for work because I started early today.
Okay, guys.
I accepted an early shift today.
Remember tomorrow watching Paul Anderson's first movie,
Paul 2002.
Paul Anderson.
Paul Anderson.
Is this
best director
winning? Is this on Netflix or something? Do we know?
I don't know.
Do we know where this is streaming? Somewhere. Probably
someone could put on their server, maybe.
I'm sure I can rent it somewhere. Yeah. It's probably a Netflix.
Do you still have access to my server, Prag? Or not?
I do.
Okay,
I haven't. I'm afraid of the VPN in my OBS because it fucks it up. Because then Twitch doesn't know where I am and it makes them feel uncomfortable.
Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Bye. Have a great one. I hope Tansy's happy that I brought that up finally. It's crazy. Yeah. Did she send you the